Hey, summer friends, Olivia here, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another speed build. But guys, it's not just any old speed build. No, this is my real life house. I've been dreaming about this moment for, well, months, and I've been actually building this since last November. November 2021. We are in April, people, and that is just how much work I've put into this build. So here we are. The day has finally come. I am pumped and I am excited. This has been a journey. We bought this house in May, our very first house. It was nothing like I thought it would be. Let me just say that. The house buying process I thought would be so fun. You see on the TV, like, oh, we're going to go buy a house. No, not like that at all. 100% sucked. And I'll tell you why. It was a crazy market. Maybe we would have had a different experience if we would have had a different market. But, the thing is, I'm not waiting on the market to change to buy the house. That's just not what I was going to do. We were ready. We had waited, oh, I don't know, like 15 years to get to that point. We were ready and we were ready to stop renting. We were ready to start, a new journey. And that's where we were at. So, with that said, I wouldn't have probably wanted to change when we did this, but as far as when we did do it, it sucked. I guess just the way that I had pictured it being, it was nothing like that at all. We literally would put offers on houses. I'd fall in love with them. And then we would get the news that time after time after time that we were outbid, or we got a cash offer or something, or we get into a bidding war and we would literally make ourselves sick over it, just to find out that yet again we lost it. So I'd be like, you'd find me in the fetal position crying over a freaking house. And it's because I get so connected, like who I am. I'm a home decor, home, home is important to me. So I'm trying to say. God, for the love of God. Anyway, home is important to me. And so with that said, I took it very seriously. Maybe too serious. I'm not sure. I mean, you're buying one of the biggest purchases of your life, but hey, I mean, I took it really serious. And they say that like your relationship's going to be put to the test. Honestly, that was not even the thing. Like Robert did not give me a hard time. He was so chill through the whole thing. Honestly, he just wanted me to be happy with where we were going to be buying our home, our first house. And so he was like, oh, he was great through the whole thing. And actually, facts, he didn't even see this house. Like I went and looked at this house and we put an offer on it and he hadn't even seen it. And then we got the news that they accepted our offer and he still hadn't even seen it. He didn't see the house until we had the inspection day. So he trusted me. And that was almost like as if I didn't know he was the one then, right? Like he trusted me to buy this freaking house. That's real trust, people. That is trust right there. But anyway, so yeah, he ended up loving it. So the story ends up being a good one. But anywho, it just was nothing like I thought. Nothing at all. It was heartbreaking and stressful, and it was nothing like you see on TV. I'm telling you that. I'm here to say that. It's not. If you have not bought a house yet, it's not like our beloved TV shows that we watch, House Hunters and all that. It's not. For us at least, it was not. It was heart wrenching and terrible at times. But hey, we're a year in. I'm happy to be on the other end of this whole home buying experience. I love to call this place home. I love that my family gets to call this place home. And we've done so much to it already. I'm proud of us for that, and I just cannot wait to see what we do next on our project list. Speaking of projects, this kitchen really is a project. So the layout, I did just to put it out there. I did the house, the layout, the house is. There's some parts of it that I did upgrades and sims that I don't have currently. But I did stick to layouts. Now, the kitchen is one place we have not touched yet. It is literally those red oak cabinets from the 90s. It's the builder grade countertops. It's all that. So the backsplash is terrible. It's not pretty. So what makes up for it though is these huge windows. I put them in the Sims. I try to find the exact ones, but those are pretty similar. And the natural light in here is unreal. In the mornings, you can find me literally standing at my kitchen sink and I just let the sun beat on my face. That's how I start my day. I love, love, love it. So even though it's odd that it's kind of like off to the side a little bit from the house, that you're definitely not cooking and being with everybody else, it makes up for it, just the pure brightness of it all. And I've actually grown to really love it. Now, this will be a project that we do probably sooner than later, but it's not a DIY. For us, it's like we have to hire someone to do it because we will save money doing DIYs elsewhere and spend our money in the kitchen. So yeah, we are now in the dining room. And this is the room that actually I knew exactly what I wanted to do before we even had the keys to the house. And here in The Sims, it just actually looks like we have thick trim. I just couldn't find the exact one, so that's the difference. But here's actually a picture of my dining room, and so that way you can kind of see how I ended up recreating it here on The Sims, just slightly different, but I stayed pretty true to it. And I always thought like our living room would be like our gathering place, but really it's our dining room. So I challenge myself every single day to make sure that it's just a clean space. I don't keep stuff on the table and I don't have stuff laying around. It's a place that after a long day, not just guests, but like true day in day out family time, we we end it here at this table and we eat our dinner we cook together or picked up or whatever, and it's a space that we hang out. We play cards there, we talk there. When I have family over, my mom comes over a lot. We end up in the dining room just hanging out talking. I make a lot of charcuterie from our table, so this is definitely the hub of our home. When I really thought it would be the living room, which is funny, but it turned out to be our dining room. So, and also my office is there. That archway there to your right is where my office is. So it's open, so I stare at it literally all day long. So I want it to be something pretty to look at. And it's just nice whenever a vision you have comes to life. Like total home decor nerd, you just sitting here thinking about paint colors and how you want this to look and where you want this to be. And just it's nice that it all comes together. It just makes you feel like, yay, something worked out for once. And yeah. So anyway, we're almost done with the dining room. Just want to talk rugs real quick. So I love ruggable rugs. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Maybe you have one. Maybe you have never heard of it, but they are the rugs you can throw in the washing machine. So the one I have in my dining room now is actually the very first ruggable rug I ever bought, and it is part of like the first generation, I'm pretty sure. Don't even know. No, they do have the print still because someone recently asked me about it, but it's called, I think it's Aztec print. Anyway, the ruggable is great. It's a two-part system. There's a bottom pad that's like Velcro-ish, and then the topper is like a cover. You can wash that cover, you can trade it out, swap it out. They have holiday theme ones, they have all kinds of different themes, and it's really really great. Well, I just want to say this is not a sponsored video, I wish, but this ruggable is just truly great. It's worth the money in my opinion. If you have kids, pets, whatever, you're going to make spills. And when you spend, if you've been shopping for a rug lately, they're not cheap. So it's nice that that your money you're spending would actually go a lot further because you're able to wash it should something happen. I mean, we've dropped slime, Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, all the sodas. We've done that. We've done a full on spaghetti plate. I mean, everything. It washes out. And they say not to dry them, but I've dried mine for years now with no issues. So a lot of people just hang them to dry, but I'm impatient and sometimes I wait too long to wash them and I need them to dry right away. So I go and wash it. So the one in the video here is not like the exact same one I have. Mine's more black as you saw in the photo earlier. But anyway, I love ruggable rugs. They're the bomb.com. Speaking of bomb.com, this next room we're about to go in is my kids, I say in parentheses, air quotes, study. So it's kind of an awkward room. So the house is like a circle layout-ish. You can come through the front door and go right into this room, or you could go in my office and do like a little loop. Well, when we first bought the house, even my realtor was kind of like, what are you going to do in this room? And I knew it. I was like, it could be like the kids area. So I had a vision of a round table. That way the flow, again, you can just kind of go around it, which that exact same table that's in the video I actually have. And it's kind of like a mid-century white top style. And so anyway, I just thought it'd be a really great place for the kids to come home and do their homework, eat a bowl of cereal in the morning, kind of like a little kitchen nook, but really we call it the study. And it's because it has a family computer in there and it's a place that kids can put their backpacks and all that stuff. It has actually turned out to be pretty darn cool. It's great that the kids have their own area. We don't really do a lot of homework in our school district. That isn't a thing necessarily, but it is really great for us to have a place to put their backpack. They hang up on the wall, and then again, the family computer's there. That built-in desk was always there, and again, like the realtor and other people that stopped by were like, we gotta just knock that out. I'm like, no, I actually wanted to paint it all white. I just knew it would really make that bright. It was red oak that used to match. It matched our kitchen cabinets, and I was like, it was so dark and just not it, right? And so upgrading it to paint it all white, and then we did gold knobs. It just really transformed that corner. It opened up the room. It's weird how that happens, but the sliding glass door there puts in a lot of natural light already, and then making that white was like, oh, it was awesome. So yeah, it's really a place for the kids really to be, and again, place for all their stuff. We have even like some Rubbermaid rollers in there that keep all their like markers, crowns, like art kits, all that stuff. It's just at one place, and they use it daily, and it's exactly what I want it to be. Also acts like a landing place for guests as they come in because our entryway is actually really small. I've always envisioned like having this grand entry. Yeah, our entryway is not grand. It's like you walk in, you're about to hit the stairs, so it's really tiny. So it's nice. You can just keep on walking on in and have a place to set your stuff down. And it's turned out to be really great. I love it. And I also love that it helps keep my dining room clean because the kids do actually eat breakfast there. So they eat some of their meals there too, to be honest. And so it's like it kind of just lets the dining room keep a lot cleaner as it would if we were in the dining room all the time. It's extra seating. Like we have people over, the kids can sit at the table. We still have enough seating for everybody. So it's just kind of a nice to have those extra 4 chairs there for the extra seating. The one thing in this room that's really weird is I have not been able to find a rug that I like. I think usually it's like round table, round rug. Yes, I get that design rule normally. However, I have bought 2 round rugs and have to return them. And I cannot find one that I like. It's either it kind of messes up the flow of the room or the print just was off. So it's for me, it's like that's definitely on the to-do list is to find one because I do like how a rug breaks up the room and it adds a lot of warmth to the room, but I just cannot find the right one for the life of me. But I've decided just to kind of sidebar that for now, and then when I'm out and about and I find one, or if I'm online I find one, I'll do it. But it was making me so mad not being able to find the exact one that I was looking for. All right, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit, but I didn't get a ton of footage of the next space, so I just kind of wanted to have a little introduction of it and then show you how it kind of turned out. But it is my coffee nook area, and it was a 90s red oak dark wet bar that we ripped off the doors. First thing, ripped off the doors of it so that way it's wide and open, leaving the countertops and the built-ins above. We then gave it a fresh coat of paint. We used the Heirloom all-in-one paint. I don't know if you've seen her on Pinterest, but she has like the crazy hair and she does a lot of like videos on how her paint covers everything. Well, it does cover red oak really well. I'm not sure if I would use it on another project just because of the cost of it. You could definitely do like a primer paint combo and get the same effect. However, I was really happy with it. So what we did is we went ahead and painted the cabinets, covered them up, updated the hardware, and then gave the countertop just a fresh coat of white paint. Eventually, I would love to do it in like a tile, probably. I have some leftover marble tile from my entryway that'd be really cool to do that with. But for now, it's just like all white and just kept it really clean. And then I did like a DIY Sharpie stencil trick on the background, make it look like it's like wallpaper-ish, and that was kind of cool. So anyway, this little area really has turned into quite the inviting space. When guests come over, it's like, hey, go make yourself something warm to drink. Or, Maya, my daughter, my 10-year-old, she starts her morning out over there making herself some coffee or some tea, and it's just a really inviting place. I love it. I love the way it turned out. And I'm constantly like changing it up a little bit, adding new quotes or like putting new plants over there. So it is for sure one of my favorite spots of the house. Here it is in real life. My cute little coffee nook. So yeah, I did a charcoal cathedral called Cathedral Gray and that heirloom all-in-one paint. I know in The Sims I did it white. I was kind of playing around with the idea to see would I have liked it if I did it white. That's why I like The Sims. It's like you play around with real life design to see how you would have liked that space. And so anyway, I'm happy with the way I did it. The dark gray. I still think it's a nice little breakup of color in our living room. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in to part 1. I think next time we do my office, and I don't know, you'll have to come back to see. I'm not sure what we do, but I know for sure we do my office. So come back, hang out if it's your thing. Feel free to subscribe. I would love that. And I will talk to you next time.